Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. So I'm going to be participating in the community egg hunt. And we're going to go ahead and get into camp. Most of this is just going to be me merging stuff up. There is a shiny days going on as well, so we'll crush that here real quick. Now, there was some misinformation at one point that's been corrected since. It's every egg that's merged counts for this, rather than it being the types of merges. So, mass merges will be happening. I've got so much going on, and yes, there is still that bug in the dragon book, so that's a headache and a half, but we'll cope. Now, there must be some stuff that I can get. Yeah. Alright. We'll start off down here. Tap some of these out, make a mess. Get that out of my way. Out of curiosity, what am I starting out with for my dragon power? 8600 502. Oh, it's 600 502 dragon power today. And I'm gonna pin that just for reference. Alright. Let's go through here, and that's some eggs. And there's some more there. While I'm thinking about it, let's get in here and get my breeding thing going. So how you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic week. Okay. No, we're not gonna double that or anything. Although it would help get through the quest faster. Yeah. Maybe if it was a breed that I needed more of, but that's not one of them. Do, 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 do. I will upgrade that though, because there's a chance of getting something that I actually. Well, poo. No, we're not doubling it. As much as I actually like that dragon, no. They're easy enough to come by. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep on going here. Slowly getting back into camp takes a moment. And we'll start some breeding. We're not using the good ones, we're just gonna use that. and start the other one. I've got so much stuff. I don't even know if I'm going to get through all of my eggs and the like, especially with the current bug that's in the Dragon Book, but supposedly in the update to 12.4, supposedly, I am highlighting the supposedly it's supposed to get fixed. We'll see. I sure hope they get it fixed, because how it is right now is just annoying. Alright, there we go. So one of those will be done in 16 and a half minutes, 17 minutes. Alright. I've been kind of slacking on all sorts of things with the game. And as much as I dislike the diaper chicken, which is the big reward for the community event, I'm not gonna not do the event, because I'm sure there's people that absolutely love the ugly thing. If it gets it to stop, I'll stick this way over here. Get rid of some of these. These moon eggs always bug my eyes, and they slow down camp because of how much animation there is on them. Alright, let's keep tapping this stuff out. Keep on tapping these out. Get rid of that. And those. I really wish they had an indicator in our camp so we could see how much we're contributing for this, because it would really help, I think, encourage people to participate. Alright, let's see what's in this grand chance chest. Alright, a couple of those, that's cool. Get rid of these bricks. All right. Why not? Gives me a reason to clean some of these up, doesn't it? I'll bring those over. Oh, I got a shiny dragon. Woo! I really hate that. It resizes and all that every stinking time you get one. It's just a massive irritation, in my opinion. And there's some more. I'm hoping that I can give a significant contribution to the completion for this event, for the community, though. Like I said, as much as I dislike the particular dragon reward for this, I'm not gonna not do it. Because that's just not fair to the rest of the community and anybody that might be interested in it. And also, according to Reddit, this is kind of a beta test for potential new events. So, depending on how this goes, we might see more events like it. Alright, I'll leave that there for now. And I like the idea of new event types. So, variety would be nice. I still miss the den events and especially the wildlands, though. I hope they fix those and bring them back. Alright. And since Shiny Days is going on, coin breeds have a chance of spawning shiny dragons too. Mm-hmm. There was another one of those up here. There we go. All right. Oh, not enough space. Alrighty. Well, let's go through the dragon book and deal with the frustration in that. Seriously, can we please get the option to turn that off? I don't need a notification every time I get shiny dragons. Especially when I get 2 of them. But yeah, alright, so there we go. How's my shiny days coming along? Luck it's increased. Shiny dragons are more likely to pair for event breeds. Blah blah blah. Oh, I'm almost finished anyway. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. And here comes another one. So how's it going, everybody? What do you guys think of this little community event thing? Okay. I love these aqua dragons. The design on them is so pretty. I really like their tier 2. That's a couple more nests. And that's my shiny days done. Get some more nests. Tier 2 ones. I did update my or upgrade my egg storage as well. That'll make it easier with the mystery eggs at least. Alright, let's see here. Merge those up as well. Wave dragons. Do 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 do. Bunny dragons. I got tons of tier 2 nests and eggs and all that around. Earlier this morning, I accidentally the entire den chest pretty much. Yeah, it's maxed out already. Oops. Let's do that 3 merge just to clear that out. Make a little room. I don't usually do 3 merges with eggs, but sometimes there's just not the room and I don't want to take the time to bubble stuff up. Since I'm over the 140,000 for opening all the land, it doesn't really matter so much. Especially on breeds that I know that I already have level 10s of. I'm definitely more careful about it if it is a breed that I haven't gotten the level 10s on yet. Do, 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 do. I do like the tier 2 better for the passion dragons here. I like the purple dragon better than the pink one. Do, 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 do. Alright. Apparently that's my first shiny of that one. Ice Dragon's one of the only breeds that has a massive design change when you go from tier 1 to tier 2. Got a little something of everything, it feels like. More of those. Seriously, I would not be unhappy to turn off shiny dragons altogether. Do, 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 do. Alright, let's keep on going. Do, 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 do. So much going on in this camp, and it takes so long with this popping back to the start of the chain every time, or the start of the book. Cannot wait for that to be fixed. Yay, stupid shiny dragons. Don't get me wrong, the concept is cool. I like the little rainbow tails, but the irritation of that pop-up is just beyond the pale. Hey, so what I'm doing isn't finding specific dragons in there. What I'm doing is there's this red exclamation point up here at the top next to your total dragon power, and that'll bring you to where your next 5 merge is in the book. So that's how I'm skipping through so fast. And then if it's not the one you're looking for, you hit it again, it'll take you to the next one. They really need to give us some sort of little index. There's the dessert ones. Hi, Ann. How you doing? How to get them without buying with gems or coins? Well, there's the chest room here, right? The chests that you get for completing levels, and then you unlock them, you let the timer go, and you collect them. They will have some eggs in them. Doing events, like the normal out-of-camp events, especially if you upgrade your portal. But honestly, farming coins is really easy, especially if you farm bricks instead of coin. Making wonders. Making wonders is going to be another one of the best ways to get dragons and to get your dragon power up initially. Start out with, if you haven't done any of them, start out with doing like the Ruin of the Sky Palace, which is from bushes. It's one of the quickest ones to make. And if you can spare the space in your camp, leave those out and let them recharge while you're sitting in camp, if you can leave it open and idle. Most of mine is just stuff that's left over from events where I haven't popped them out yet. Merge these on up. Yeah, the main thing is just playing the game will get you the dragon power. Okay. That's a 5 merge. And get those going too. Alright. Ah, okay. Alright, so do you have the storage thing? You should have the storage. What I might suggest is just going around and all of your eggs that you can put in the storage, do so. Just look for all of the same type and get them in, and then move stuff around so you've got spaces where all of them are together, bring them back out. And that way you can at least organize them. Another thing you might do is bubbling them up and putting them together in certain places around with that. My big problem with sorting them out is actually like the mystery eggs. They really need to give us a better way to sort our eggs. There's this thing called a magnet or a black hole in a couple of other games, and it would be so useful in this one. It would make cleaning up things so much easier. Oh, I didn't have a spot altogether. Well, that was not as helpful as it could have been. Let's put those back in. Let me zoom this back out. Another thing you can do is if you're not worried about making the 5 merges, change your settings to where 3 merges are okay for your dragon merges, for the egg merges. But yeah, I don't like doing that personally. But don't get me wrong, I've done it plenty of times just to make space. Let's see. I want you in storage too. do, 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 do. I'm gonna move this over here out of the way. Hey, there we go. Alright. Let's go back up to the storage here. Move that over there. That there. Okay, looks like it's filled up. Missing one. Well, that's irritating. It's gotta be around here somewhere. There it is. Just gonna bring all these nests down here. I could spend days trying to clean up this mess. And this isn't even as bad as some of them get. But yeah, if you're in the dragon book and you just hit that exclamation and keep hitting it until you get to where there's eggs, you'll find if you've got merges worth on the board. Or on the board and in your storage. There we go. And there's another adventuring nest. Okay. Okay. Get back into this book. And I'm just merging all the dragons up and everything because I should have at least a few tier 2s that I can make this way too. Oh yeah, I have one of these for the breeding done already. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what I got. Oh joy, a rock dragon egg. You're welcome. I can understand getting frustrated. So use your base storage and just go through and collect them up. As many as you can find in a camp. And then make a little square space that you can put them in. At least it organizes it. But a lot of times what I would do is just bubble them and then organize them that way. We're going to leave that over here for now. Start another breeding here. And it's a space juggling thing. You know, I sometimes just get rid of eggs if they don't match the set. Because there's only so much room. There's even only so much bubbling you can do. Yes, it sucks to get rid of an egg, but sometimes that space is needed. Alright, let's see. Really? Only 3 out of that nest? That's frustrating. And the storage is expensive. So, you know, don't feel like you have to keep buying it to expand it. There's ways around it. We didn't have it for a long time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 20. All right. Really wish they did the count thing like you can get in Dragon and Else and in Merge Adventure 2. Alright, that's... Yes, I eventually got nests for the granny ones. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm still really kind of mad about the fact that I was in that test group that didn't get that event when it was new. And I'm probably going to hold a grudge about that for a good long while. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty good at holding a grudge. At least when it comes to fairness in games. What they were doing with that test was absolutely obnoxious. This test, at least, it seems like everybody is getting to participate in. I'm gonna stick those in storage for now. Alright, let's see. There's a nature dragon nest. Another one. Another one. And another. I don't even remember where I got some of these from. It's been so long that they've been sitting in bubbles. Alright. Well, let's see what I got from the shiny days. Ew, diaper chickens. Oh, more diaper chickens. Ugh, more diaper chickens. Yuck. Altar nest, okay. Part of me wants to save the altar nest for later with all the other ones, so that's what's going to happen. There's nature. Guess I had more of them than I thought. Hmm. Those out of the way. Hmm. Could have sworn I had more nature dragons. Well, that works too. That's a nice little merge area right there. 5 across, 5 up and down. That is a nice little batch of 5 merges all the way around. Okay. Let's see. Gonna bring some of these tinsel dragons down. And there we go. A little bit more. Okie dokie then. I'll bring these ladybug dragon eggs over. Again, I don't even remember where some of these came from. They've just been here in bubbles for ages. Just tap all those out. A magnet would be lovely. And excuse me, thank you. There's a round one again. Okay. Zukira dragon eggs. I'll bring these down here. No. Kyle, I'm not dealing with your crud. I don't know how many times Kala has wanted something that I did not want to give up. More times than I can count. How about you guys? Does Kala always seem like she wants the things that you really don't want to part with? Let's see. There's another Nit's egg. And we'll merge those. That's a 5 merge there as well. Oh, I've got some burn eggs over here. We'll bring those down. That's a chain you don't see every day. And it's shiny in that one. All right. That's an interesting one for the shinies. I don't hate it. It actually looks pretty good. Which is uncommon for me to say about the shinies. Usually the shinies just look, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what I want to say. Anyways, let's put those in storage for now. I'm gonna stick that in storage. We got some of the fox dragons. more of these out. I need 2 more of those to make it around. There's one. Oh. There's a whole nest. There's another nature nest. Where are they coming from? I swear, I already looked there and then it's like, oof, here's more. Okay, there's not any more of those in there. There's a 4th one. We'll put that in storage. Move these up here. Okay. All right, let's start going through the book a little more again. That's a good name for a fiery dragon. Dawn. Alright, I'll merge the comet eggs. Pisces and Leo have been around for a while, but they're fairly rare, or at least they were. They come up sometimes in the boutique offers. Initially, when they were introduced, they were a premium cash-only offer. But since then, those constellation ones have become easier to come by, as long as you have the gems to spend for them. You know what? To heck with it. I'm going to 3-merge those eggs. If it brings me back to the fox ones. And it did. That'll clean up a little space. The burn dragon's been around for ages. It and a few other ones came in special chests that you could get. And I think that was a cash offer too. This was back when I was spending money on the game. That I got most of those. But now that I've got, once you have level 4s of a dragon, a lot of times they'll end up showing up in the shop. So yeah, I probably had spent gems at some point on them. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so back this way is where I'll find the burn. And the foxes. Somewhere in here. There we go, flame. So there's not a huge difference in the coloration on these. It's just the burn rather than the blaze gets a little bit brighter, more saturated in color. And the same with the tier 2s. Oh, I do have level 10s of that, so I'm not going to fret so much about that. I'm going to just do that 3 merge after all. And I'm going to back up and check the fox ones. Let's see. Yep, I have a level 10 of that, so I don't have to be so careful about this after all. But I'm not going to keep flipping back and forth looking for those ones that only have 3s in them for now. I want to get through some of this stuff. I'd love to be able to merge like 10 or 15 or 50. Maybe 25 would be, you know, like 10, 25, 50 might be pushing it. And then again, it might not be. These things look so kind of goofy. The whelps are the cutest. Okay, the eggs are the cutest on the ladybug. Do, 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 do. Thunder Mist Dragons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, fine. We'll do that. Oh my. This is an interesting little goober, isn't it? Hey Cheryl, how's it going? Alright. Quick question, what land is the best to harvest gems? Alright, so any of them that take 1 chalice to play. So some of the favorites are Dreadmarsh 3, Zomblood Falls 1, Skull Island, and those are fairly early in the game as well. Dreadmarsh 3 is one of the fastest ones, and my best luck tends to be between 1:30 and 2:30, both AM and PM, my local time, which would be the same for anybody else. It's based on your local time. And also around either 5:30 or 8:30. But more so the 1:30 to 2:30. Yeah, that's my personal experience. And your mileage might vary on that. You're welcome. Alright, so there we go with those. Let's see. Do I have more of the chameleons? Yes, I do. I always liked the chameleons, even if they are a little bit fat when they get bigger. They're not as bad as the sambas used to be. The Mardi Gras dragons really used to be massive. Alright, let's see. I don't want to spend gems on that. Part of me wants to, but no. We're going to put this way over here. And then it's out of sight, out of mind. Put that in storage. Let's get some of these down here. And there's another of the shiny dragons. And we'll merge those up. Need one more. Yeah, we'll tap that once. Bring that down. And there is another shiny dragon. Alright, let's see. Coral. Tier 2. Need one more of these, so... Bring these over. And... looks like I'm gonna have an extra. Put that in storage. For now. Okay. I'm back down to 90 for the number of merges in my dragon book. Based on 5 merges. Alright, so there we go. And that's not how many overall 5 merges it is, it's just how many types of 5 merges there are. I am sorely tempted to make another nest of those. Even though it's a 3 merge, I know I've got level 10s galore of the princess. So, yes. And another shiny. Alright. That notification is just, it's already so old. And now I'm going to get 2 of them again because I'm merging shiny dragons. Like, duh. Yes, I know I'm getting shiny dragons from merging shiny dragons. Alright, let's keep going. Shiny dragons should really have their own place in a book. Yeah, we're just going to 3 merge those. Put 1 in storage for now. Alright, there we go. Do, 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 do. And let's see here. There's another 5 merge of these. Do, 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 do. Now, I know I've got stuff to make some wonders as well. So, at some point, I might get busy with that. If I can find them. And the eggs from those will help for the community event, too. Do I have 10s? I have 10s. Okay. Okay. That 3 merge will give me a 5 merge. Do, 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 do. I do kind of really like those tadpoles. I do like the tier 1 coloring better than the tier 2 coloring. Going through the dragon book like this and getting rid of the 5 merges that I have on the dragons too is going to help me with finding eggs and doing the 5 merges later on. Of course, that'll just give me more of them that I need to merge, but yeah. Do I have 10s? Yes, I have 10s of that breed, which means I have no problem doing a 3 merge. And getting 1 nest. Get rid of the dimensional jar. Do, 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 do. And there's a 5 merge of those. Stick those in storage for now. I wonder what they had in store when they did whatever they did that broke the Dragon Book. That's what my real big curiosity is. What were they doing that they broke the Dragon Book? Because supposedly it's a bug. Supposedly it's going to have a fix in version 12.4. The update that we had in the last 24 hours was because of the race event not showing up for everybody. Oh, I don't necessarily want to merge these guys, but I'm gonna spend the gems on that dimensional jar. I like that dragon. That's another one of them that they screwed me out of, event-wise, when they were doing that silly A/B testing that was absolute bullshit. Excuse me. And we'll keep this going on. Alright, so I've got 2 of the level 1 eggs in storage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I've got 7 of the tier 2 egg in there. So I can do a 5 merge, and I'm going to be checking for eggs in the get rid of the time travel chest. This trophy can come over here, so it can eventually get bubbled up and go with all the other trophies. Oh my goodness, what a mess was in that thing. Eee. I'm not going to deal with that right now. Don't need these, don't need these, don't need that. If you please. We're just going to stick these over here. I don't want to deal with them right now. I definitely don't need a bush being made into a mess. Oh, good lord. Reward rush. That'll be a mess. That will be a mess. Get rid of that time travel chest. This can come up here with all those other super eggs. Stick that over there. And we'll bring these up and 5 merge there. Alright, that's a little something. Event rewards. And that's from one of the kingdom ones, okay. We're just going to stick that with that nest there. That trophy can come over here. It will get bubbled up eventually. That can come over, and there we go. Alright. Awesome. Congrats on having those add-on lands. You're getting graphical glitches, eh? That happens. So I've got one of the scream eggs, or I mean the Fae eggs somewhere around. Somewhere. Alright, let's see. It's shiny days though. We should be merging coin braids. And I got a shiny crimson. Now let's go get that other pile of them. There we go. So the coin breeds, you can only get the shinies for during shiny days. All right. And 11, 12. So that's 10. Let's see. Go in the shop and get 2 more of those for now. All right, so there's that. Hey, Boop. How you doing? I accidentally the den chest this morning. Glad to hear you doing all right. All right, let's pop a little bit more through this book. As big of a pain as it is. You're welcome. And I'm doing all right today. I'm feeling better than I have been for the last couple of days. I'm resting today, where I overdid it this weekend. And it's my own fault. I was being stubborn. I have nobody to blame for it but myself. Yeah, pride goes before the I need a muscle relaxer. That's about what it amounts to. And my body is just, you know, it's making itself known, especially the last couple days, that it did not appreciate me trying to act like I was still in my 20s. Or act like I hadn't had injuries that I've had over the years. So yeah, it's definitely lodged its complaint. Alright, well, here we go. I know, right? Oh, wow. You take it easy, you know, you only get one of that instrument. Alright. Oh, there's some of the Da Vinci designer dragons. I'll hold that thought for a little bit. Alright, we'll 5-merge some of these. Yeah, they're not bad at all. I'm kind of curious what this tier 2 is gonna... Oh! Ooh! I'm liking that green color on these eggs. Uh, okay. I take it back. That was almost a decent change. I like the egg. I like the egg. I don't like the color change on the dragon itself. Yeah, that's a small relief that it's not a Sweetosaurus with its donut butt, or its butt donut egg. Alright, and we'll do some more of these merges. I should probably go out to the world map and save my progress before too much longer here. Just saying. So let's do that while I'm thinking about it. I absolutely love the Day of the Dead Dragons, which is part of why I was so pissed when I didn't get that event. I was so mad about that. We've got like 4 more dragons coming. At least. Yep. I mean, there's not a lot of immediacy at it. I did open the new land. I actually did a video of opening all of the new land and how much it cost me in gems for the whole thing. Because they charge in gems and it's like 60 pieces of land for almost 3,000 gems. Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Hold on, I'll show you the piece of land. And it came with stuff on it, but none of it was really that interesting or worth the price of admittance um to the game show. But yeah, that's the piece of land you get. It's not connected to anything else. That's it. That's it. And it costs the equivalent of about $50 worth of gems. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, let's just tap out some of these. Get some more eggs out here on the field to go through. Aw, hi, baby. But yeah, I feel you. I wouldn't have spent that on it, except for the fact that I made the video. So for me, it's just a bit of a write-off. It's like, here's information. And let's get through here again. And the fact that it's not connected to any of the other land just it makes it all the more useless. It's like give us squares that fill in some of these gaps, you know? Get rid of this little gap here and this little gap here. That'd be handy. And just fill in some of the gaps. Uh-huh. Some of the other merge games have the storage too. And even the one that seems like one of the grabbier, the more money-hungry games, I think had a more reasonable value scale on it. But people will pay what they'll pay. And I know I've got tons of the Phaera, so I don't mind that 3 merge. Do, 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 do. There's the Scream Egg. You go in storage. And no, I will not be buying that dimensional jar. Oh, look, another shiny dragon. Please, please, just give me a thing where I can turn that particular notice off. I don't need to hear about it every time I merge them. And get back over there for some more. Oh. Alright, just noodling around. Thought I had another one of those somewhere. There must be one somewhere of those. No. Surely there must be. Okay, I'm just not seeing it. Well, I'll go buy one. I've got the massive coin storage that I can get away with it with. Of course, now I'll find it, right? That's how it works. And tier 2 of the Leos. Do, 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 do. Alright, so a rosebud can go in storage. Do, do. Tier 2 of the race dragons. I've been fishing in my decision eggs for those. Because the sooner I'm done with that chain, the sooner I get to a level 10 of the race dragons, the triumphant ones, the sooner I stop doing the races altogether. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Not in the least little bit with that. Stretch. All right. I do wish there was an actual in-game indicator for how much contribution for the community event. It would be nice to know. But I can see why it would be bad to do that too, because that would make it feel like a competition to some people. And we'll put that in storage. These suckers are so cute. I don't need Star Dragon eggs by any stretch. Now, if I didn't have the tier 2 for the Triumphant, I would be tempted to grab that one, but I have tier 2s. So, I gotta hold out for the tier 2s and save myself some headache. And the more I reduce the other eggs that I have, the easier it'll be to have those out on the field and be the only thing that I'm fishing for and with it seeded with. Hmm. Alright, I will merge these up. These eggs look like they've been dyed in Kool-Aid. I'll sell that. Nope, I don't want any of that. Yeet. Alright. Get rid of that time travel chest. Get that going on. Alright, let's see here. I'll merge those up too. Those sleepy dragons are really cute, these pajama dragons. Alright, let's see. And I've still got more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll leave me a 3 merge worth of them. Alright. I'll do it. And we'll get rid of that. Seriously, these guys are too stinking cute. And we'll merge those on up. I don't feel like I'm making any progress on actually getting through the stuff in my dragon book and in my camp, but I know that I am. Alright. Merge those ones up. There's even a couple more nests of those eggs. Excuse me, little sleepy dragon. And even if I get all these done, this is a pile of nests. And the big ultra nests, there's some of those over here. And there's more nests in this pile and in this pile. I'm just swamped. And that's not even counting some of the rush reward nests that I've got over here too. The whole package of them. Rush rewards here. I mean, seriously. And a shiny of the Leo. Let's see, what did I have for starting dragon power? Yeah, I've made almost 100,000 dragon power already today. Since starting the stream. Yeah, less than 200 off from it. That's one more merge, really. Yep. Just gonna merge those. Yep, over 100,000 dragon power from all of that today. And I'm just scratching the surface. I've definitely got a hoarding problem when it comes to eggs. Oh, and then there's more of those nests over here. Yeah, even more over here. And maybe some more down here-ish? Maybe. Anyways. Yep. We'll stick these in storage too. And that guy as well, because why not? Since I have the room. Alright, on 2 more of those eggs. Well, there's 1, and there's 2. Yep, that'll make that a big round merge. Slide through this book again. More princess dragons. Or as they're called in tier 2, queen dragons. Alright. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh good, I still have some eggs. And let's see here. That's level 9s I'm making. Alright, so I've got some level 9s of the pajama sleepover dragons. Okay, these are stinking cute too. Okie dokie. Alright, and merge up some more of these. Keep going on these. Those glasses are just something. Those wings, too, they are just something. Alright, so there's another 5 merge of the level course. Did I get any dimensional jars from those? Aw, I didn't. Oh, yes I did. And we're getting rid of that. I don't need that. I am going to get that nest, that dimensional jar. Those eggs. Alright. Let's keep on going. 3, 4, 5. Alright. Those in storage now. Merge those up. Alright. Well, we'll merge those shiny dragons as well. And these. And 5 merge those. One, 2, 3, 4 of those. Well, let's see if there's more. Alright, and Emperor dragons. Okay. I've got some more of those sleepy dragon eggs down here in these nests. But I'll tackle those later. I am starting to get a little bit tired of merging. I know I've got tons of the rain dragons. Stick that in storage for now, in case more come up. Alright. And as far as I'm aware, we still have another 24 and a half hours to reach the goals that they have for us for the event. Alright, so there's 2 of these. We'll put that into storage. Actually, no, not 24 hours. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, less than 24 hours to finish those goals, but I'm sure we're coming along great. I know once I get through some more of this, I'm going to buy a lot of coin dragon eggs. If I get there during, the shiny days. Alright. Alright. Carrying on, carrying on. Do, 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 do. Alright. Gonna hold off on those. Let's go ahead and move some stuff around. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Let's merge these up, these radiant grass. And that gives me 2 wonders. And it also gave me 2 dimensional jars. I'm not going to spend on these dimensional jars. Tap these on out. That was a good tap out. Okay. That's a good bit of work there. And I think that that's enough merging for the time being. I'm going to wrap things up here. And we'll see. Maybe I'll have another stream shortly sometime. But yeah, that was a good session right there. Got a fair bit done. Some good contribution towards the event as well. Definitely, once I get things cleaned up, I'm going to look at maybe buying a whole bunch of coin breed eggs. Do perk conversion to coin. That sort of thing. All right. Thanks for hanging out and making this go smoother with me. Love y'all loads. Good luck with your event and with your contributions for the community egg hunt. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.